What is going on, everybody? Don't mind me. I look like a wreck. My office is a wreck. But hey, we got an exciting show tonight. I don't know where my co-host is. He might have had something come up, and that's okay. But keeping with our theme of providing our vets real therapy, we're gonna share something with you. Um, we're gonna share something with you on what we did this last Sunday. And it was a phenomenal event. We had an opportunity. Trey from the Tidal James Catfish Club. Oh, matter of fact, I need to text him and remind him to get on. I was supposed to, so you guys can join with me in a text real quick. Trey, hold on. I forgot to send you a reminder. Here you go. Let me know if I need to send you a link. Anyway, so we were invited by the Tidal James Catfish Club to participate in one of their annual events, and they work with the for this event with the Fallen Outdoors, and Fallen Outdoors provides all the vets, and Trey provides the venue and the tournament and all that stuff, and so they reached out to me. Trey reached out to me, and we came in force. We had like 5, 6, or 7 captains. We just had a blast, and so I want to, for the next couple of weeks, we're going to bring different folks in from our team who had an opportunity to take these awesome vets out. What's going on, guys? And so I'll give a shout out to everybody here shortly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the guys, and I'll introduce them, and we'll start talking. Feel free to ask any questions. You know, we're just really we were super excited about this event, and then I'm going to share something else with you guys. So hold on, let me bring them in. Okay. So look at that. So there might be some familiar faces. but what I want to do is, first of all, before I introduce all these guys, I want to go ahead and I see some folks in there. Some people's comments I can see, some people's I cannot. But I want to give a shout out. Hey, what's going on? Fishing with Jeff Beal. We've got who else we got out there? We got Walt, one of our captains out there. We got Fields to Water. Welcome, guys. Let me see here. And I see a lot of my chatting going on. Let me keep Trey Thorpe. All right. Trey, I'm gonna have to email you the link to get you in here, because I want you to talk about the event. So hold on here. I'm gonna send you
and while you're doing that, I'll call out the rest of the names if you don't mind, Rich.
Please go ahead.
We got JG Hill Studio out there saying rock the house. JG Hill, he'll rock your house. He'll rock it with a cowbell, that's for sure. You got Nathan Donna. How's it going, Nathan? Great to see you. River Chronicles. I think a lot of us know River Chronicles. He's doesn't he do some co-hosting over here with you?
Yeah. So I don't know where Charlie is, but
I need to send you the right link. Let's see. Operation Vets with Nets, Nate's. Boom, boom, boom. You can drop the chat, and you can drop the link in chat if that ever is. Sometimes that's the last resort, easiest way to do it. Walt there again. How's it going, Walt? Great to see you. Matt, want to be outdoors. Hey, there's that damn River Boys. First name Damn, last name River Boys. Lance, thanks for coming in, Lance. Fishing for Whiskers, Rhonda. How you doing? Catfish Hunters. We all know that name. Good to see him. It was awesome meeting the Vets with Nets gentlemen at the gathering this past weekend. That's right. Tennessee has a lot of Vets with Nets people down there. Stan 3 is out in chat. Welcome in, son. Evan Warden. Got to spend some time with Evan this weekend. Always great to see Lance. Thanks for coming in tonight, Lance. Chronicles. And John said, yeah, it was great to meet some other captains too. So we are caught up with names.
Yeah, so I appreciate that, and Trey will be in a minute. What I want him to do before we begin is to go ahead and talk about that tournament. And it was the first time I had the opportunity to attend that event. My brother and one of our captains here in Chesapeake, Walter, told me about it right around when Trey. Here's Trey. All right. Trey, you there, buddy?
I'm here.
All right. All right. So as I was saying, so Walter told me about it. It's something he's been doing for a couple years. And so and then I talked, like I said, I talked to Trey a few months ago when he was planning all this out. And and we showed up in force. As I said, we had a huge showing of the captains from Operation Vets with Nets. We had Richard Ray. We had Ronnie Johnson. We had Andrew, which Andrew will share a story with you today. Him and Nate, his vet, and I'll have a video to show you here shortly. Who else was there? Ronnie Johnson. Who else? And then Jim, Dam River Boys. And then a bunch of other captains that we know from the industry, and it was a blessing. And it was a great time. So Trey, do us a favor and tell us a little bit quickly, because we only have an hour. How about this event, how it came to be, and your thoughts on everything out. And I'm gonna kind of move you here. Let me
Thank
see.
you, Dustin.
I'm trying to. All right. So let me.
All right, everybody. My name is Trey Thorpe, Tidal James Catfish Club. This was our inaugural year, honestly. But we kind of took the reins from a long-standing club called the Old Dominion Catfish Club. They started this event. They really kind of got the ball rolling, and it ended up being one of our favorite events, and definitely a local favorite of all the guys that kind of fish the monthly club. So when we took the reins to kind of start the new club, and the guys just kind of retired out. They've been doing this for 20 plus years, so they put in a lot of work over the years, and they were just kind of done with it. But they wanted to keep giving back, and they they gave us the blessing to keep running with this event, and helped us stay connected with the Fallen Outdoors. And then obviously y'all have kind of started doing what y'all are doing, and through Facebook friends and local, a bunch of y'all's guys fish our river a lot. So we were happy that y'all could jump on board and kind of add to our event. So we appreciate everything y'all did, bringing the guys, bringing the bait, bringing big fish. Y'all knocked it out of the park for us. So we just I appreciate y'all taking the time out of y'all's busy schedules to come hang out with us on the James for should have been not necessarily a great day of fishing. They're really close to, if not on the spawn. So I was impressed with the results. Honestly, y'all boys showed up.
Yeah, it was a good time, Trey, and I'm learning. Walter, Walter lives probably 5 minutes from me, and he turned me on to this. Excuse me. Plus, when you and I were talking, and so I've only been on the James a couple of times, and so he convinced me to buy a gill net. Why I got 100-footer, I don't know why. Because I will tell you this, we put in Saturday morning, and we sat there, and we got out there at 9:00, and we put this. I was figuring we'd probably have to put this net out a couple of times, but we dropped this 100-foot net, brand new net. We we just corralled it around maybe 3 times. I think, Andrew, what was it? Maybe 15 minutes it was soaking, if that.
20 minutes, something like that.
20 minutes, something like that. And so next thing you know, we spent 45 minutes pulling in this net because it was full of shit. A couple of small catfish, only like 3, but it was full. You had to be like Adam Cook and Eric, these monster big muscle dudes, to pull that net in. It was so full of shad. And I'm glad it was, because it gave us an opportunity, because we knew guys that were traveling from all over to come support this awesome event. And so if they didn't have time to go out and get any shad, we didn't want them to waste their Sunday chasing that shad down. So we end up providing a whole lot of shad. We still had a whole lot of shad afterwards and gave them to everybody, because some people were going back out fishing afterwards.
Yep.
And so it was awesome. It was awesome to be a part of this awesome event. So what I want to do is we've got 2 of our captains on board, and we got 2 of the vets. And one of the vets, Nate, he was provided by the Fallen Outdoors, and which was awesome. And Stan's just part of our community. We know Stan. We know he belongs to the Air Force. So he went out. Jim, Damn River Boys there. He come all the way down from PA, and so that was his vet. But before we get into Andrew's story, because you know what, I'm finally glad to get him on the show. Let him talk about this, because he's been driving me crazy. With this video and this, that, but you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. He's not only is one of our captains, but he's a great friend of mine. So let me try to do something here so you guys can see this quick little video I put together. So share screen. Let me see. I want to go this one, share. All right. So hold on, guys. Let me know if you can hear it. Give me a thumbs up. Now you listen how Andrew gets so excited.
There must have been mono on those poles to land it. So good.
Funny.
What?
Yeah, this was a beast for sure. Look at Nate's muffin.
That is a jumbo flathead for this river. Jumbo. That's awesome. That is.
We'll just have to teach him how to hold up a flathead. Both of them.
That is a true trophy for our river. What a fish. Good job, fellas. I knew he was going to catch a big fish. He had a daggone tape measure on his leg.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, a tape measure on his leg. So that was awesome, you know. And the funny thing is, you know, Richard Ray, he's been winning this tournament the last couple of years. And so some pain in the hind parts guy shows up with this little John boat, never fished the James before, and he walks away and wins it.
What are you talking about here,
Nate won it because Nate landed that thing. So Andrew, talk to us about your experience and your interaction with Nate and stuff, and then we'll get Nate who hauled in that hog.
Yeah. You know, they're handing out veterans in the morning to all the captains. You know, I kind of stepped forward and said, you know, I need one. Nate stepped forward and we ended up getting paired up together. Took a little bit to get out. Stan ended up bringing a Red Bull. It was great.
Yeah.
So excited about that. So once we got that, we ended up getting on the water. We went about 5 minutes down the water. You think about 5-8 minutes?
Yeah, y'all went far.
Yeah. Saw a bunch of schooling fish down near like an underwater kind of island. I was like, yeah, we'll check this out for a few, and landed 2 fish. Got a 3-pounder and an 8-pounder in pretty quickly. I think the 5-pounder hit in like 10 minutes. We were having a blast. Nate can cast all the bait casters, you know, do his way around the boat. Everything was awesome, man. I mean, he did all the casting, and I just baited up and set us in spots. He pretty much did all the work. And then phone was dying pretty quick, or down to like 6% in that first hour and a half. I don't know what was going on there. So, and I forgot the Bluetooth in my car. So we went to, we pulled up and went back to the dock, grabbed the phone charger and the speaker, went back to the same spot, but wanted to go around the other side, what we thought was going to be the other side of this little underwater island. It ended up being a 1-foot shallow, just shelf. So we picked up and went right across the river from right where we were, 30 seconds right across, and checked out this little shipwreck thing. People were fishing there. Went about another, 200 yards, 300 yards back to this little underwater finger, and sat right there and cast it off. 5 minutes later, bam, monster was on there.
That's awesome.
As they went. We had an amazing time hanging out.
That was an awesome fish.
Yeah.
And my whole job that day was, number one, to have a good time with the vets that were on with us and stuff like that, and to beat you and Walter.
Yeah.
And so I think I caught we caught on the boat like a total of 10 pounds worth of fish. Walter gets that 20-something pounder. I'm like, and then all of a sudden, when you're sending us the pictures of that flathead, and when I'm seeing it, and then I think, Nate, didn't you upload that to your TFO chat or something like that? The picture.
I did, yeah. They didn't believe it was 50 pounds. They said 25 at max.
Well, and
you got
tell them, Trey, they got to learn how to hold a flathead.
So the way you held it was a great way because it supported the fish's weight, and I commend you. with the flathead though, if you just slightly rotate them, because they're wide, so you'll see their width more than their belly. A blue, you just lean back and let that belly shine. But with a flathead, you got to roll them forward and let you see the width, man. But either way, that was a true giant of a flathead for this. Congratulations, that was
Absolutely.
a monster.
And so when I saw that picture, because our vets they're in that chat, and I saw that picture and I looked, I said, "Oh my gosh, that's Andrew's boat." I'm like, no, say it ain't so. And I'm like, no, but I got to tell you, I was tickled pink that it was one of our captains. I was tickled pink that it was a friend of ours, a personal friend, and then even more tickled pink. That was his first time on, on the James, and so that was really cool. So I'm gonna write it off as beginner's luck, unless you pull something off like that next time again with a big old blue or another flathead like that. No, but it was an awesome fish. So Nate, over to you. This whole channel, America's Finest Heroes Journey to Real Therapy. So walk us through your journey to real therapy.
So I signed up through the TFO group on Facebook, stating it was, hey, it's a blue catfish tournament on the James River, the Tidal James tournament. So I was like, oh, cool. It's about 2-hour drive for me. So I was like, I can make that. Get selected. So I'm excited. Make the drive up. We all meet up, start sharing our stories, our little war stories and stuff like that. Get to know each other a little bit. We walk over and we can continue with the with our stories as everyone's starting to get their boats and stuff. And a couple like, hey, let me get two vets. And Andrew walks up and is like, I need one. I was like, all right, let's go. We get on the boat, start fishing. As soon as we get out there, he looks at me. He's like, I've never been on this river before. I'm like, well, me either. So we're in for a day today. And as soon as we get around that first spot to that island, we start marking fish right away. We take from the drop off there, keep motoring on just to see what fish we were marking. Decided we're gonna go for the spot, and within 10 minutes of putting the boat in spot lock, first pole's going in, and we're both ecstatic. Felt good for us to catch the first one of the day, at least that we saw in our chat, the TFO chat. So I was like, cool, we're starting off strong. We can only go up from here, hopefully.
Well, you didn't need to.
Definitely not.
You definitely did not need to. So talk to us about so being able to do something like this with an organization like ours, with events like what Trey put on and doing things with the Fallen Outdoors. As a veteran, what's that mean to you, and does it help you in any way?
So it definitely helps. Like it's a day away from the daily life stressors, and it just lets us get on the water or in a field and just let the stress fall away. Focus on that for the time being, and have no other worries in the world. It's true. It truly is helpful. And me speaking for the veterans, we cannot thank you guys enough for what you do for us.
Awesome. Now, Nate, where do you hail from?
Originally, I'm from upstate New York.
Okay, and so where are you at now?
Now I'm in Virginia Beach.
Oh, all right. You're in Virginia. Oh, man, you're local.
Yep.
Oh, even better. We'll have to get you on the water more because
Definitely.
Andrew's over there in Norfolk. I'm over in Chesapeake.
Okay.
And Walter's over, like I said, 5 minutes from me in Chesapeake. We got a lot of contingent down here. I think between Virginia and Texas, I think we're the two biggest states with Operation Vets with Nets. So that's exciting. So that means you can definitely volunteer for some stuff. You can definitely come out and do some fishing with us.
Will do.
And we'll put you to work as you're catching them hogs. No. So, all right. So awesome. And I'm glad what you just said is really key. And about life stressors. We know as vets, either like active duty military, retired folks, we know, life could stress us out. We know folks that suffer from PTS and depression and stuff like that. With what you've experienced, personally yourself, do you see programs like Operation Vets with Nets where that can be a good tool for that vet going on a trip like this?
I do, especially if they're new to fishing. They have a couple friends that like to fish. They get out, they maybe learn a new hobby and find another outlet for them to stress relieve themselves.
Awesome.
Good to see you, Austin.
So, what else, Andrew? Talk to us more, man. You wanted to get on the show so bad. I want Johnny here, so don't shut up.
It was awesome being able to get out. That boat I've only had about a year and a half, something like that. Bought it, was crushed by a tree. I'm a metal fabricator by trade, not anymore, but it was for a long time. And so I rebuilt the whole boat, put a brand new motor on her, and decided to sign up with Operation Vets with Nets to get some people out on the water. Wanted to share what I built and what I do. This is just something I do to relieve myself from daily stress. So I think it's awesome being able to get different people in the boat and, to just try to show them something a little bit different than what they're used to.
Yeah, right on. And we are glad to have you on the team. You and I have spent a lot of time together on the road together. Went to CatCon together,
Kentucky.
and we've had such a blast. So now to our next captain, and also, guys, if you feel led to, you're gonna do it. No, hit subscribe, hit a like on our channels, on our pages. We'd like to continue building our presence out there, and we do this podcast up. Who'd we lose?
Stan. We lost Stan.
That leave button is dangerously close to the more button.
He was in the chat, probably. Give himself the boot.
And he's familiar with this platform too, so he'll be popping back up in a minute. So hey, let's go ahead and we'll give more shout outs real quick. I see Fishing Fever, JG Hill Studio, Johnny Ward. What's up, yo? Johnny's with, I like to refer to those guys as our sister organization, Catfish for Heroes. We do a lot with them. We share resources and stuff like that. And Johnny actually did a trip with us for us, and as we've done for those guys too. But Johnny Ward's local as well. Cody Moore, what's going on? Then there's Stan 3. We saw him earlier, so I won't even know. Okay. And Sue, who? All right, great. So we'll wait for Stan 3 to get back, or Stan 2. But so Jim, talk to us. Here he comes.
This was one of the best things I did was volunteering to be a captain. Well, I mean, what a great group of people to spend your weekend with, to meet other people that are into fishing. So that was a really good thing. Then to get pressured into coming down to the James River. It didn't take much pressure though. I was like, yeah, I got to try it. I never fished the James River yet. And it was kind of on my bucket list to go there. So that worked out good. So I got a hold of Stan, because I knew he was around that area somewhere. I was like, hey, Stan, can you help me out here? I'm on down for Operation Vets with Nets. Can you tell me where to go fishing down there? Because whoever I go with, whatever vet, I want to make sure that I can get them on some fish. So I was going to take him all day Saturday, and I got there. Everything was good on my boat before I left. I get down there, go to fire it up, and boom, fuel leak. I'm like, oh man. So we the guys got it fixed up for me there. Walter went out and picked up some epoxy. We left it sit. Stan and me jumped on the punch bridge and everybody else, and we all got on there and hung out and got to know each other. Had an awesome day on the water, hanging out. Getting bait and everything else, and then the following morning, got up, boat was good to go, and we had such a great turnout with captains showing up that we had plenty of boats. So originally the plan was Stan was just going to hang out with me on Saturday to show me around, and there was room for him to be my vet. So that was a great time.
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed it. We didn't do good at fishing, but we did good talking about fishing the whole time.
Sometimes that's the best part of fishing. The fish are a bonus. It's the time out on the water. If you focus on the time on the water, you'll never be let down. And the fish are just a bonus.
Yeah, it was a great day on the water.
It definitely was. I'll tell you what, though, man. It whooped my butt because I think I got a total of 4 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep, and like 2.5 days because the night before that Friday, I couldn't sleep. I get up at 1 o'clock. I said, you know what? I'm getting everything ready, and I'm going to head down there, and I'm going to sleep at the Osborne Landing. And so I grab a cup of coffee. Next thing you know, I fall back asleep, which I'm glad I did. Then I got up about 3, and I'm like, I can't go back to sleep. So, messed around getting some things ready here. Finally, I got on the road. I guess it was about 6 o'clock or so. Get down there, plenty of time. Got the boat all situated, put the boat in the water, parked it. And for anybody that goes down a highway pulling a 26-foot tri-tune, I'll tell you, it'll drink your fuel, that's for sure. But these guys showed up. Everyone showed up. We were meeting about 9 o'clock. People started showing up, except for Dan. He oversleeps. Coming from PA, he oversleeps and left hours later. So, but
I was an hour later than I said I'd be. And plus, I went out of my way to get Big Stan up.
Yeah, you did. Use your excuses. No, you did. And so we went out. We got the bait. And the time we come back, we saw the issues that he was having with the boat. So they got that all fixed up. And then we went and spent time on the water, trying to check things out, marking some spots and stuff like that. And it was a good time. I was planning. I told Trey, I said, dude, I could take 5 or 6 people on this boat because I could easily. Because there was no rain. The day before, Saturday now is a different story. We had rain throughout the day, and thank God I had the enclosure. So we were all able to keep dry. And so that was good. And then I know Andrew and I went and grabbed a bite at the I think it's called the Lily Pad. Good time, good restaurant there. And I'm gonna tell you what, they were sweethearts because I didn't have my coffee that night, and I was jonesing, and they hooked me up with some coffee. And then the next morning, I meet this guy who's got a sweet boat parked right in front of me. And oh, believe me, it was a trip trying to sleep on. So we're in the enclosure. We got all the gear all over the place and all set up. I got this twin size air mattress, one way. Andrew's at my feet with his air mattress the other way. And we're good to go, except for I forgot to bring a blanket. So that kind of sucked for me because I can't sleep without a blanket. But Then no coffee in the morning. I was going crazy. So we get a hold of Stan's. You know, he was gonna bring some coffee, but the dude in front of me, Eric, which is a really cool guy, he had one of those jet boils, and he made me a cup of coffee. Well, needless to say, these things are not cheap. I didn't realize how expensive they were. 115 plus you have to buy the fuel packs. Well, guess what's sitting downstairs on my kitchen table? I bought a jet boil because he made this coffee in like less than 100 seconds. And I was
Absolutely.
like, oh my God. And then I had my creamer, so that was good. Man, life was good after that.
Eric was also the guy that donated the winning prize to the winning veterans.
Oh, was he?
Yep.
Oh man, right on,
Awesome.
right on.
Eric,
How about
Eric
all them
Schwinn,
fishing
Mossy Oak Outdoors.
Yeah, he talked to me. We're talking a bunch, and I think he's down by Fayetteville,
Yeah.
by Fort Bragg, or I think they call it Fort Liberty now. And was asking how he can get involved. So I'm hoping Eric gets on board with Operation Vets with Nets as well. But even going home, going down the highway, you know, I see him, he passes me, and next thing I know, I see him jetting over to the side of the road. Like I said, I got this 26-foot pontoon boat behind me going 72 miles an hour. So I friggin' jet over to the shoulder, trying to friggin' slow down without jackknifing the pontoon boat just to make sure he was all right. And then all of a sudden he goes flying past me and he texts me. He said, dude, hey man, thanks for stopping. All is good. But all I was doing is pulling over to reach in the back to get me something to drink. I'm like, dude, I thought something was up. And I said, well, I'm glad you're okay. And so that was cool. And then got home, didn't even unload the boat, just went inside, called my wife real quick, lay down. Next thing I know, I woke up 3.5 hours later. And she goes, you're just waking up? I said, if it wasn't for your phone call at 7 something, then I wouldn't have woke up. Then I had to unload and get to head back home the next morning. But it you know, and it's events like these that we did, you know, where, you know, it's a no cost event for the veterans. And they had a lot of great folks. They had this awesome brisket and these ladies. They did all these desserts and side dishes. Great event. And it's events like that I really think really do make a difference. And Trey, I definitely appreciate that. Number one, you reached out to me months ago, and that you also decided to take it on from the Old Dominion Catfish Club, because this is definitely a great event. We plan on being out there again next year.
That's awesome. We plan on having it and possibly doubling the size. Who knows? I tend to go overboard and talk way too much and build things up. So we'll see.
Well, I'm the same way. And so it's sometime the third week of August, we're going to try to attempt to do the same thing you did down here. And it came to me today, and I reached out to my team. What do you guys think about doing something like this? And they're all about it.
Awesome.
So and I'm thinking, Catfish Terry, what's shaking?
Terry.
And as
What's up, Terry?
as Catfish Hunters TV said, everyone hit that subscribe button, like now. Exactly. And if you want to know more about Operation Vets with Nets, just check us out right there.
There it is, right there. It's right there.
Right there, down there. And so if you guys, you know, we're gonna do something in August, and I'm thinking about doing something twice a year. We're gonna do that. Plus, I'm gonna coordinate with our chapters all over the country, and maybe pick one day, Veterans Day weekend, and do the exact same thing. But this time, it's happening all over the country. You know, And so the whole team's like, "Oh, we love the idea, but you do one first and let us know how it goes." Okay, don't tell me. I'll definitely get it done. So Trey, you'll get some invites. It'll be down here, and we're gonna run it at a Bob's Fishing Hole. We have a tentative date of August 18th. But some people are saying it might be better that Friday because the lake traffic or the river traffic is crazy in the summer during the weekend. So if we can get it on a Friday before all that traffic starts to go down, then that might work. So we're going to talk about it next week because I told the wife this is our weekend. She only goes down to our lake house in Gaston, mainly in the summer, which is good because the spawn's going on at the same time. And so I'll be spending a lot of time on the water, but not fishing, but with the family. So I told her I'm taking this weekend off. I won't, won't be making phone calls. So I'm going to attempt to keep to my promise and just do that family thing. Because, that's another thing what's awesome about, I know what we do and what other organizations do is if that vet wants to bring a family member with them, because you're having that real therapy. Well, what better way of real therapy is if you can build some memories with the family member.
Exactly.
So, Stan, you've been so quiet, man.
Well, you bring up a great point there, with vets and other family members, and especially with fishing. What a great time out on the water. You got to meet my son this weekend, and I can't thank him enough for getting me out there like he does. And but that's a great way for vets or anybody to really spend time out there with your family. Nothing's better than that, man. And first of all, though, Trey, you and Rick did a great job with the running the tournament, the whole tournament this whole season. I have had the pleasure of going for other veterans tournaments there for that Old Dominion did, and you guys did a great job with this one, continuing with the barbecue and the prizes, and from somebody that was at both of them, really smooth transition. And I fished, I think, 4 or 5 events this year in the Tidal Club, and y'all did a great job. Every one of them was. I thought you guys did a great job of running them. Captain meetings were great, and y'all had everything from opening days of hunting season to weather to who knows what. But great.
It was a tough season.
But
You
y'all
know,
did a
my
great job for your first year.
tournament is-
Awesome job.
You know,
Thank
my
y'all
favorite
so much.
is that what the entry fee is for the vets to get into it.
Yeah, and here's another thing. I think Trey, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to call this out. I think the prizes were rigged. Specifically
Rods.
the Hellcat rods out of I think the 4 you raffled off before every vet got one. And we'll give credit where credit's due. Great job, Catch the Fever. They donated all these rods, and every vet went home with a new Hellcat rod. But Walter, my brethren, I think out of the 4 rods that were raffled, his tickets got called up for all 3.
What?
Yeah.
And then Andrew, you won a rod too, right?
Yeah, I think there was like 10 raffled off.
Okay. So Andrew won a Hellcat rod here, and then he won one at AtCon.
Yeah.
He's almost got a full set.
All I won was a friggin' case of diaper rash. So it was it was Trey, you had a lot of great sponsors there. A lot of stuff was given away, and I'm hoping that that our event could be even half as successful as the one you you put out. But I am proud that we had a big showing in force with our organization, Operation Vets with Nets. And that's the first time we were in such numbers, because like I said, we were all over the country, and so it was really a blessing to get on the water with my brothers and captains and doing what we do and what God's called us to do, and
And Rich,
that's
if I
helping
can
our
just add one thing, Tennessee, come up and coming, man. I know how many new captains did you get from there in Tennessee this year. We got Creole out in Louisiana and Ohio, and all of these places are growing so much. Seems like as soon as people hear about it, as soon as anglers hear about this organization, they want to become part of it. So that's going to be what we're focusing on over this next whatever, is just getting the word out. And the more anglers that hear about it, the more that people want to be a part of it. So
and I appreciate that, and I love, I'm not building this organization for any kind of glory of anything, but glory to God for giving me the vision of it, but also is to be able to provide that service to our vets. That's it. And people hear me say this all the time. People will be like, "Hey, Rich, great job what you're doing, this, that, and the other thing." And Evan, yep, Evan sat there and he won some boards and those 50 million pound weights. I could have picked up Evan and threw him in the water and he would have sunk right to the bottom. So, but people saying, "Great job, Rich. You're doing such a, this, you know what?" And people hear me say this time and time again, and I will continue saying it till the good Lord calls me home. This ain't got nothing to do with Rich Segura. This has got everything to do with our vets. I can care less if 10 years from now nobody remembers who Rich Segura is except for this angler, but Operation Vets with Nets is a household name. To me, that's important because that means we're growing and we are serving vets. That's it. That's the whole thing about it. We're a family. We truly are. And when our teammates go through some trials and tribulations, we all go through it with them. Yeah. Because we are a family, and our family grows. See, we got Trey now part of our family, man. We're going to be supporting his event as long as he's doing it.
Yep.
And truly that's what it's about. We got friggin' up there to the type. We got Andrew. Well, we're going to sink him down so he catches no more flatheads. But you know what? And we got Nate there. Nate is now become part of the Operation Vets with Nets family, and he's local. And and a matter of fact, if anybody is in the area and you want to donate some of your time, or you want to just come hang out, upcoming starting May 31st, the USO, and this is our second year involved with this, they do the USO experience on the Virginia Beach oceanfront. And the whole oceanfront is full of vendors, full of different things. And so we have the wheelchair boat out there. We have a big booth set up. So if you know anybody who wants to volunteer their time to come hang out, talk to people about Operation Vets with Nets, send them out. I know it's from 9 to 5 that Friday, 9 to 5 that Saturday, and then I think it's from like 9 to 3 Sunday. What's going on, El Gato Azul TV? El Gato Azul. That's welcome to the show, Chris. Chris is another one of our teammates out there in Texas, and one of our board of directors, and a good friend as well. So, and like I said, so seeing what we do, and for our veterans, that's what it's about. What do you, from what you experience, and you, Stan, this question goes out to you as well, is what else would you like to see as part of something, an organization like what we do? I'll put you on the spot.
Swag goes a long way. It's like T-shirts and hats and stuff to help also spread the message as conversation starters.
Oh, we got them.
Okay.
Yep. Matter of fact, they're in the mail. We're not gonna put them on the site yet because we're gonna bring them down and debut them down at the USO experience. But we have 2 more logos now tied with Operation Best with Nets. And I might be able to pull them up and show you guys. But we have because we talk about real therapy and it's what we do. And so we came up with 2 really cool new logos. I'm not going to waste my time trying to find it on the computer, but anyway, if you go to our website, we also have, so those shirts, we got ball caps that you can buy on the website as well. And if anybody's on here, listening to us in Facebook land or on YouTube or StreamYard, wherever you're at watching our podcast here, after this ends at 9:00 for 10 minutes, I'll throw up a discount code. I'm going to call it OVWN10. 10% off anything on our site. If you guys want to go in and do that, just give me a minute once we end this where I can punch in that discount code. We've got big 15-inch decals, especially for the guys that like to put these decals on their boats. 12-inch decals, 6-inch decals, 4-inch or 3-inch decals. We've got T-shirts. We've ball caps. So we do have a lot of swag, but being and maybe next year Trey will let us do this, is set up a little informational booth and we can bring all our stuff out. But we will have it set up at our event in August. So but that's a good comment there. And what else, guys? What do you think? What else can we do to give back to our vets and when it comes to the fishing aspect of things?
There was a good comment in chat about maybe a welcome aboard packet when getting on the boat on a trip.
Okay, welcome aboard packet when getting on. All right, that's from our Texas lead. So Juan, you're gonna have to take the lead on that and give me an idea of what you'd like to see in a welcome aboard packet. But no, absolutely, and I'm thinking about getting challenge coins too. That every vet that steps on our boats, they'll get an Operation Vets Win Nets and Veterans challenge coin. So I got to find somebody who does them at a good price.
That's a great idea because us vets loves those challenge coins.
Absolutely.
No, I think y'all do a great job. And I'm kind of newer with it, obviously, but do a great job with what I've seen so far of the vets interacting with the boat, the captains, and I'm sure that they have some contact beforehand and kind of set up with what to expect. And but just having that opportunity, like I said, it's just there's so many people that don't know about it yet, that when they do find out about it and they do know about it, like on you did the veterans tournament with Roger on YouTube last year, and look how many people came from that. One included here. Like I'd heard about Operation Vets with Nets before, but didn't know a lot about it. And that day is when I kind of learned more about it and kind of grew from there. And I know the same thing from some of the captains on the Tennessee. So I think that's the big thing, is just getting the word out to more people and what it's about and what to expect.
No, they're good comments. I mean, I know when it's been coming up on about this time last year or so, when I met Chris Gamble, and we really started hitting it off and stuff like that. And actually, it's probably before that. And Chris said, "Man, I'll help you get some. I'll help you get some folks here in Texas because we only had like one or two. Next thing, it started growing from there. And then through his podcast, the Slime Show, our interactions with companies such as Mad Cats and my favorite, because these people are truly family to me, is Carolina Lake Weights. And through all those connections and them sharing, like Chris and Jamie do a podcast and they're always talking about Operation Vets Win Nets. I know other people do the same. And I'm so grateful for that, because the more people hear about it, the more vets will reach out and visit our site and get missions scheduled. And, a lot of them, after they've taken their trip, they want to know, how could I help? What could I do to volunteer or stuff like that? So that's a great thing. So we got about 5 more minutes. Trey, is there anything else you'd like to chime in on before we close this out?
I just appreciate the opportunity to work with y'all, and definitely want to thank Caleb Page and Tony Caton from Catch the Fever. They supported us throughout this whole year. Really kind of were the driving force to this. And just everybody, thank you for coming out and supporting what we've been trying to get started and established here. And we've got a quick turnaround time. We start back up. Our first event will be the first Saturday in August. So I've got a whole lot of work to do in a very little bit of time. And I just appreciate everybody's support. And I've really got a really good team. I need to, Zebco, Rick, and my partner, Travis, those guys really are solid. They show up all the time, even when I don't want them there. So it's important to have a solid team and a solid foundation to help us keep everything.
Ain't that great when you have a team like that?
It's a blessing.
It is. I've had teammates, because I've got a very arduous job as a project manager for the Navy. And I've been working on a project for the last 5 years, and we're down to the last month or two. But the last year has been crazy for me on that work. And a lot of these guys have been stepping up. Like, hey, what can we help with? One guy now is my recruiter for captain. So anytime somebody wants to come on board, he'll check them out. We'll set whatever state, if they're in there and we have a state lead there, we'll let them vet them. Then let Shane talk to them as well. Once they say, hey, this guy's good to go, then we'll process that, their liability waivers and stuff like that. And then my son, who's stationed over in Rhoda, he's like, Dad, I know I'm not there, but what could I do to help? He's an IT guy.
Nice.
So, so now, once everything's processed through and I get them to set up their Operation Vets Win Nets email account, get them access to Teams and all this other stuff, I send that to my son. He gets on there. He's that computer geeky guy. That's what he does for the Navy. So I've got a lot of different people stepping up, doing things. And it's great when you have a team that's so strong. And this organization would not be where it is today if it wasn't for such a strong team. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a quick round robin because I got to pack and I want, I know people's time is valuable except Andrew. I don't care wasting his time, but I'm going to start. So Jim, any last words from you?
I can't wait to do it again. That's my last words on it. I had a blast. I'm ready. I'm ready for another mission.
Right on. Andrew, what about you, buddy?
Man, I'm just excited to be able to do something like that. It really went great overall. Everybody was really cool out there. All the captains that were brought in by Trey, everything was awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait for next year.
Yeah, me too. And we're gonna have some more captains and vets from this tournament up next week. Hopefully Richard Ray can get his vet on there. And hopefully Walter can do the same. And my vet, I'll try to get him on here as well. So all right, Nate. Any last comments there, buddy?
Yeah, this is my first event with Operations Vets for Nets, but it definitely won't be my last. I look forward to seeing you guys down on the oceanfront that weekend. I'll definitely be down there to support and help spread the word.
Man, awesome, brother. I appreciate it. And last but not least, that guy right there.
Well, boom, boom, bam. I'm just glad I'm super stoked to be part of it. What a great weekend. It was great meeting y'all. Even the braid guys, I even liked them. They were okay. But
That was me.
but
that,
no, anybody, what's
Braid.
that? If they did catch the big fish though, so but if anybody out there is interested in getting involved with it, it's right there. Just go to that link right there. Check it out. It's got all the information there. What better organization? You're already going out there fishing. Why not bring a vet with you? And there's just sometimes there's a calling for things, and this is just that time.
Absolutely. Well, listen, guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys joining. It was awesome having you guys, and we'll see the invite next week. So remember, hit that subscribe, ring that button. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on TikTok. And Stan's come on board, and he's going to be my social media guy. So I'm going to expect to have 1 million followers on my YouTube channel by next week.
Well, I'm sure there's already more than right now. So
Better be.
Yeah, no kidding. But I appreciate it, guys. And if you have an interest, if anybody has an hello everyone, sent here from the bait shop. Right on. Right from the bait shop. That's what it's all about there, Dale.
thank you, Dale. Appreciate that.
But yeah, if you want to learn more about Operation Vets with Nets, check this out right there. You can see that banner going. And if you have an interest of volunteering, you have a boat and you want to take vets out, I don't care where you are in the country. If you just want to volunteer your services to say, hey, I can go out and talk to our local vet organizations. I can start sharing the word. Please reach out to us. Our work's never done. So, and if you just want to go fishing, man, hit us up. We'll get out there fishing. All right, guys. Listen, I appreciate it. You guys have a blessed day. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the water.
Later.
Deuces.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming in, everybody.